There are certain mental patterns that traps you, that limits your potential and kills destiny. You see, it's not enough to know that you have a mental cage. It is also important to know how the mental cage was built or is being built, because whoever that built the mental cage will keep rebuilding it. Once you dismantle it, it rebuilds again. And that's why you see many Christians, they are free today, the next thing they are entrapped again. They are free today, they are entrapped again. It is because that whatever built the mental cage keeps rebuilding. And in this video, we're doing the part 2 series of the parable of the box. And we're focusing on how was the box built. But let me say something very clearly here. No one is born inside a box. The box was constructed brick by brick, word by word, experience by experience. It was constructed. And the most dangerous thing about the box is that it feels normal. The truth is that you don't even remember when it started, right? You don't remember who introduced it, but you know this is how you think. One day I was just asking myself, how and why do I think this way? How and why do I see the world the way I see it? The box was built one brick by brick, word by word, experience by experience. So the thinking has an history. Every box has a builder. And it's good to find that builder. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. How did you start thinking the way you are thinking? How did you come about that thinking? Is what we're going to uncover today. Now, in the latest book on the parable of the box, she got so obsessed about bringing other people out of the box. And then one young man came to her and said, tell me how you got out of the box. I want to know. And she says that I did not wake up one day inside the box. I was trained into it. Like many of us, we are trained into thinking the way you're thinking. Words that were spoken, our duty, our environment, our role models, all trained us into thinking the way we are thinking. So their box was transferred to us, and whatever was transferred to us became our reality. But she told that young man that came, she said, the rules of the box were not written, they were implied. You just pick it up. You pick it by listening, by role modeling. You pick it by modeling after those people you look up to. You pick it by just adapting. That's how the box is formed. And before you know it, you are trapped in something you have no business in. You hear statements like, people like us. Who says people like you can't do great things? Who says? You hear statements like, let's be realistic. Oh, be grateful, at least you have something. Who says you can't dare to have more? That's the statement that conditions you. That is how the box is built. Experience by experience, word by word, brick by brick. Oh, don't aim too high. Just aim low. So in case you get high, you can manage your expectation. Have you heard that before? If you have heard that before, put that in the comment section. And before you know it, these words shape your identity. They shape your identity. Let me say something very critical here. You see, in Numbers, we had the story of how the Israelites wanted to confront Jericho. Now, many people don't understand the depth of that story, but let me share it here. You see, when the 12 spies went into Jericho, and 2 of them brought good reports, the 10 others said, but we are like grasshoppers in their eyes. The grasshopper mentality didn't come from them being in the camp or being in the wilderness. It came from Egypt. Remember in the last video, I mentioned that Egypt never left them. They treated them like grasshoppers. People like you cannot achieve great things. That's what they were told. But God never called them grasshoppers. No. God never said that. The enemy never said that. They said it about themselves. What are you saying about yourself? What are you saying about yourself that you need to change? Are you a grasshopper? If you see yourself as a grasshopper, then you become a grasshopper. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is. So there are many phrases that have shaped your thinking. Some you inherited from your parents. Let me say something here. If everyone around you lives small, small becomes normal. You see how the box is being built? If fear is common, courage becomes strange. If mediocrity is celebrated, oh, at least he tried and he celebrates you, excellence looks like arrogance. Because the environment programs your expectations. That is why exposure is powerful. That woman left the box. Once she left the box, she discovered life. There was a different perspective. Oh, if I could just change my perspective about this situation, I can change my life and my result. I can change the trajectory of my life. So exposure introduces you into new possibilities. It makes you see yourself the way God sees you. God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Even angels envy us. So your environment never molded that. But your exposure can help you to build that. That's why my encouragement is that you need to read books. It exposes you. Mentors, teachings like this. Communities matter. Who you surround yourself with. You are the summation of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So if you surround yourself with foolish people and there are 5 of you, you are the 6th person. Apologies, but that's the reality. One day I remembered that I was taking small. I needed to expand my scope. And I discovered that to change that perspective, I needed to change my community and improve on my network. And it worked like magic because I went and joined the John Maxwell leadership team. I saw leaders doing great things. I realized that I had been in a place that I could do better because environment programs. So intentionally choose your environment and choose environment that stirs you up, that stretches you, that makes you to grow. So do you have a mentor? Do you read books? What community do you belong to? Number 3 point is that the box is built by unprocessed failure. Can I tell you this truth? Failure is not a person. Failure is an event. But there's failure and there's unprocessed failure. When unprocessed failure is not processed, it tells you never try again. It tells you play safe. Don't embarrass yourself. And if you don't confront that voice, failure becomes the brick in that box. Even the Bible says that the righteous shall fall several times and he shall rise again. So that we will not fail, we'll fail. We'll make mistakes. But he also assures us that we need to rise again. So don't carry a victim mentality. Always counter that negative word with the right one. Because failure is not your identity. It's not who you are. It's an event that happened in your life. So this is what I want you to do today. Identify one limiting belief. And take time out to trace where it came from. And then replace it with what God says. Something like, I'm growing. I'm learning and becoming. Can you declare with me, I reject inherited limits. I dismantle false beliefs. My mind is under new management. Please type that in the comment section. My mind is under new management. If you've been blessed by this video, why don't you subscribe to this video and watch out for part 3 of the parable of the box as we dismantle this box and give you a new perspective that will allow you to be who God says you are. Congratulations for watching this video. Share it with people that need this video. See you again.